Moon Podcast Escalation! Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan D. White.
My name is Chris Sims, and this is Sailor Business. It's the podcast where we sit down with a friend each and every week and watch an episode of the classic 1992 Sailor Moon anime and talk about why it is that we love it so much. After last week, I feel like we are in a much more calm territory where things are not quite as weird. I might be the only one of us who thinks that, though, because we are about to watch episode 154 of Sailor Moon Supers, which is called Clash of Dreams, Minako and Makoto's Broken Friendship. That's right, it is a Minako spotlight masquerading as a Makoto and Minako spotlight. It's all Minako this episode, 100% Sailor Venus.
Yeah, mostly.
So to help us out with that, we have invited back a very special guest. Erica Chappell is back with us today. Erica, how are you?
Good. I'm alive, and I watched this episode, so I feel okay.
All right. I feel like we're so much more chill than we were last time. It's the end of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want us to get worked up?
Yeah, man.
All right.
I mean, I have some observations,
Let's hear
and
them.
not all of them are nice.
Uh-oh.
Like, man, this episode sure did use all of its budget on the new attacks.
It very much did.
Like, holy crap, there's like 4 frames of animation that isn't a new attack, and it is so wasted because as much as I super love Minako's final attack. Oh my god, Jupiters.
I have mixed feelings about Jupiter Oak Evolution, but we will get there to talk about it.
Yeah.
Erica, before we get into the show, do you have any recent Sailor Moon developments in your life?
Not recent? I mean, I guess recent-ish would be like this. So I've been working on this Magical Girl role-playing game that's like very Sailor Moon original flavor for like, I don't know, 5 years now. And I ran it like in its basically final form this summer, which was really cool.
It turned into its final form?
Yeah, I mean, it's more or less its final form. It may have like one more form, like one more Super Saiyan evolution to go through.
So right now it's a barrel. It might be a Metalia at some point.
Yes. So
Might be a double queen.
It might be times 2 queen. It's really fun and really dumb and really good at running like magical girls in historical eras. So like I ran it this summer and we played it as like a girls' boarding school in like 1903 Germany. It was awesome. And they were magical girls like fighting clockwork guys and stuff.
That sounds
great.
great.
That's a thing we've talked about on the show. Like, what would our Sailor Moon expanded universe fanfiction idea about what the Scouts would be like if they had been reborn in different times, or if they were continually reborn in different times.
A huge theme of this dumb game, because it is an intersection of my interests, is like Regency era magical girls. Jane Austening it up.
That is very, very fun.
Yeah.
So that is the most recent Sailor Moon development. I guess I got some Sailor Moon socks and t-shirts. GameStop.
At GameStop?
At GameStop.
They have
and
clothes?
Yeah, apparently they have like a whole thing of, well, they don't sell games anymore, right?
Oh, good.
You know?
I've been into a GameStop and it's like 13% floor space is video games.
Yeah, it's all like Minecraft figures and Funko Pops.
Yeah,
and
if you want to buy a Deadpool Funko Pop, good news.
But like, they did have an excellent t-shirt that's like a picture of the moon eclipsed by Usagi, and I was like, yep. And they had a really good set of socks that all have the Sailor Senshi on them, and I was like, yep.
The Funko Pop bubble is going to burst any minute, right?
Oh, God. I mean, my prediction would have been that the Funko Pop bubble should have burst like 5 years ago. So At this point, I guess I just don't know.
I think the opposite. I think we're moving towards an entirely Funko Pop based economy.
I mean, It's what Marx talked about.
I think Funko Pops are the new cryptocurrency, and I would like to talk to you all about investing with me in Funko Coin.
Funko coin. Jesus. It's just a Bitcoin with two beady little black eyes.
Ugh,
Oh,
weird.
One of the many times in my life that I have looked at my wife and my heart has swelled with love was when she came to a con that I was at, and she walked in, sat down next to me, looked at the booth next to me that had a giant wall of Funko Pops, looked back at me and went, "I hate those."
Aw, poor Funko
oh
Pop.
God.
Funko
I know.
Pops in
Funko Pop eliminated the actually cool like vinyl figure industry.
I guess I don't know what cool industry you're talking about.
There was like a whole like prior to Funko Pop just like eating that entire market share, there was an industry of making like stylized vinyl figures.
There was.
Now it's all gone.
But it's not all gone. There's a million different things that are just like Funko Pops.
Yeah, but they're
the
just
problem-
like Funko Pops.
Exactly. Thank you, Erica. I'm glad that this is what we're devoting the show to this week.
There are Sailor
mean,
Moon
because-
Funko Pops, to be fair.
Yes, we've done it.
Look. If you are out there and you like Funko Pops, that's fine.
Of course.
God bless you. You have plenty of choice. If you have all the Sailor Scouts, that's great. If you have Jubilee from the X-Men, that's fantastic. If you have, I'm going to say 10 is like the hard limit, right?
Oh yeah, we have a
Like you can't have more than 10.
tuxedo mask.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's for our baby.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Oh God, why would you do that?
He's there to encourage people. He'll say, "Now, Jordan,"
Why would he say now, Jordan?
because I'm here.
What you said it was for your baby.
Okay. Or Darian, or Devin, or anybody who's around. He's very encouraging.
Tuxedo Mask is really only encouraging of one person.
Well,
And even then, kind of like in a way that is like not super great.
he's wonderful. He's dreamy.
Do you want to talk about Sailor Moon now?
We
guess.
technically are.
As I previously mentioned at the top of the show, we are going to be watching episode 154, which is called Clash of Dreams, Minako and Makoto's Broken Friendship. Jordan,
Yeah.
I'm going to guess right off the bat.
You're going to be wrong. I just saw the name of this, and I can't even believe it, how not right it is.
I'm going to guess right off the bat that the name of this episode is Clash of Dreams, Mina and Lita's Broken Friendship.
In Japan, yes, you're correct.
No. I said Mina and Lita.
Oh.
Who are those?
Good point.
That's what H Original Cloverway calls them.
No, not even remotely accurate. Okay, how do I get you to this? Jeez Louise. So, okay. Before the monster comes out, the girl has an attack. Do you remember what it is?
No.
She throws something ironic because she's making fun of the guy's dream.
I do not remember.
Do you remember what his dream is?
Nope.
It's to have a botanical garden
Yes.
for a stupid preschool.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, do you remember?
Flowers? Flower petals?
So it's seeds, right? And
Oh.
so there's these evil plants that grow. And so if evil plants grow, you might call that a
Seed of Destruction.
sure, but like
The first Hellboy paperback.
the thing that grows
By
out of
Mignola
it
and John Byrne.
would not be a dream place. It would be what?
Nightmare Place.
Yes, a nightmare what?
Garden.
Yes.
Seeds of a Nightmare Garden?
No, it's just Nightmare Garden.
Ah!
You know, that's not the they do like the Sailor Senshi are almost eaten by a plant. That
Yeah.
works. That works vaguely.
Okay. Come on. Call it like preschool problems.
Okay, so we open at
Oh, okay, we're opening. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, we already talked about the episode title. What do you want to do?
Did you talk about who like directed it and stuff?
Oh no, I guess I didn't. I guess I usually do that before we talk about the episode title. But
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. It changes.
well, you know, You know what, Jordan? I'm trying.
I'm not saying you need to be consistent. I'm just saying you need to do it. That's all.
I contain multitudes.
That's fine.
The show contains multitudes.
Sure.
This week's episode was written by Ryota Yamaguchi, directed by Yuji Endo, and the animation director was Shigetaka Kiyoyama.
Holy shit.
The original air date, what?
Yeah, go ahead. Original air date.
The original air date was November 25th, 1995.
Uh-huh. Keep going.
So you know what that means?
No. Don't worry about that. Move on to the next thing.
What's the next thing?
The original American air date.
Oh, I didn't even look. Because what I do is I go to Wikimoon, but I don't like scroll all the way down so that I won't see the title.
Look now. He's dying, guys.
Yeah.
The original air date in America was October 31st, 2000. It's Halloween. I wish I would have known. I would have gotten that. Have you ever seen the movie The Worst Witch?
When I was very young. Like
Erica, have you seen it?
It sounds vaguely familiar.
Sure. That's
okay,
with Tim
it's
Curry,
incredibly
right?
good. That's the one where Tim Curry shows up and he sings a song and he goes, "Show them all, it's Halloween," which is great.
Familiar.
Then he sings a song called "Anything Can Happen on Halloween," and the first line of it is, "Anything can happen on Halloween. Your dog could turn into a cat."
I mean, sure.
And there is one level where that sounds like a very small change.
Sure.
There is another level where that would be the most terrifying thing that happened to anyone ever. Because you would be like, I know I have a pet, but I thought I had a dog. I don't know what's real anymore.
Have you ever heard the story of the King of the Cats?
Yes, we've talked about it on this show, and you were like, "Oh, let me tell you this scary story." And me, the most easily frightened person in the world, was like, good for that cat for getting ahead in the world.
Yes, it is good for that cat. All right. Well, go back and listen to that, everybody.
Yeah. As for our creative team this time, Ryota Yamaguchi and Yuji Endo, at least, should be very familiar names. They are well in the mix of Sailor Moon. Yuji Endo has been directing episodes in the show going back to episode 5.
I mean, I hate to say it,
which was the Chanellis episode.
Nice.
Creative people, like,
Whereas this is the first episode done by the animation director.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, who didn't do a lot on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but like, there's a rule among creative people, like the first anything you do is going to be bad. So like, just get it out there. That's totally true.
Ryota Yamaguchi has been around since about episode 130. So the new attack for Double Moon was one of his. Makoto's Friendship, A Girl Who Adores a Pegasus.
Oh boy,
that was in there.
Cool.
So we open.
Yes, now we can open.
With these children putting up what appears to be a poster of multi-time Sailor business guest Betty Fellon.
Whoa!
A poor drawing of her, but I think the resemblance is clear.
Hair's too short.
The hair is too short. But she's got the bow.
And she's very stylish.
And she's very fashionable. You got it. You got what I was going for.
It was that weird.
Yep. But what it really is, it's a poster for a what is it called? Not a festival, a
bazaar.
A bazaar. Yeah, they're having like a
I didn't think it was that weird.
Boo. Boo.
They're raising money for this preschool, and these three and the little kids are putting up this poster. So we're talking about Rini, we're talking about Momo, and we're talking about their dude friend who I don't remember the name of.
Who is okay? Who is this kid? Because he's in the next episode too. Who is this kid?
Did you watch the next episode?
No, but he's in the episode teaser.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Does he have a name? Let's see. It must be Kyusuke.
Okay, I do not remember him. Is he like he's not the third
friend
like kid, right? But he's so tall now. He's a completely different character model.
I think he's always been tall. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is the same one who's been around the entire time, but I might be wrong.
I don't know. I think this is a completely different kid, and it looks like one of the kids from My Hero Academia has just shown up in this episode of Sailor Moon.
Oh wait, here we go. First anime appearance was Darkgate completed Grade School in Danger, which was a while ago.
Okay, yeah, all right. Maybe it's been
Episode
That's the
81.
amazing
It was
one
his
with
first
the,
appearance.
in
everyone look at
continuity.
this
It's
funny
been
manga,
3
and they're
months
like,
since then.
Is that the amazing one with the everyone look at this funny manga and they're like, they're targeting babies. Oh, is that the one?
The Wikimoon does not have a summary.
Oh.
The picture is Chibiusa unleashing a moonbeam. So I don't know.
Which episode is it?
81.
All right, 81. Our episode 81 was called Custom Bedsheet Lifestyle.
That doesn't help.
And I remember really craving that high thread count with my own designs.
Oh yeah, this is the one where Sailor Moon gets attacked by the medical skeleton.
Oh yes.
Yes.
So they're in, and like all the kids in the like young kids school
it's
like
right,
go
they're
like
punching each other.
ape shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the one after for 3 episodes in a row they no, that's the first
No.
one. Shit, never mind. Ignore me.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to Sailor Business, the show where we try to remember earlier episodes of Sailor Business
and fail miserable.
We're not like you. We can't just go into the archives right now and see if we're right or not. We have to guess.
The problem is they target there's 200 episodes of this goddamn show. So how many times does a school getting put in peril? I don't know, like 300 times.
So here's the thing I like about this episode. It's a preschool that is being targeted. It's called the Hanjo Preschool. Hanjo being the guy who runs it. They call him a principal, but he is basically the only staff member at the school. And so I feel like what happened was that someone was like, yeah, it's going to be set at a preschool. We're going to have this handsome preschool teacher. And everybody was like, yeah, okay, but Chibi's not in preschool anymore. And they were like, they're helping out because they're graduates, and so they're going back to pitch in.
So but Chibi shouldn't be a graduate, right? Because
no, Chibi should not be a graduate because she was here for like 6 months
Y'all
and went away and then came back 5 years older.
Do y'all
She
just
didn't.
remember your preschool reunion? Like really important milestone event.
Yeah.
I remember going back to preschool when I was in 1st grade and being like, wow, everything's so little now. You used to feel so big.
So the kids are like, we're gonna help out, and they're like, hey, why don't you help out? Even bigger kids,
Teens,
cool teens, and the cool teens are like, okay, but then they see what I first thought was a dreamy crossing guard, but it turns out he's a dreamy principal who wears an apron all the time.
Orange apron.
that is a teacher thing, I think, because every time we see like a teacher of young children in the show, like in the episode Our Next Target is Babies, there is an apron or a smock of some kind involved. I think
it's like an old English school teacher thing, I know, because like getting chalk on your clothes was super
interesting.
maybe so, yeah.
So apron dude is helping some tiny little kids cross the street, and
Preschoolers.
yes, and multiple Sailor Scouts fall in love with him.
Okay. I got two things to talk about. One, we get like a soft focus watercolor background, but we don't get the Sailor Uranus music.
It's not that good looking.
We don't get. Yeah, we get a sexy saxophone instead. And I feel like we get a sexy saxophone because this is a Minako spotlight, which means it's a very horny episode.
Wow.
Oh, good lord.
The second thing is, I want you to go back to the scene where all the scouts are looking at this dude and freeze frame that shit, because Rei got hearts in her eyes, Usagi got hearts in her eyes, Minako got hearts in her eyes, Makoto got hearts in her eyes, Ami, nothing, no selling it. Normal ass
She's very excited, but not in love.
Yeah, but she only has eyes for someone else.
This is further evidence that she's a robot.
Well, it's in this episode, obviously, currently at the moment that we are at in the episode, Mina and Makoto are in a relationship, right?
Mina and Makoto?
Yeah, definitely.
Jordan, get that fanfic out of here. Come on. You're reading too much into things.
Minako would probably date like any of them if they like gave the slightest indication. And even if they didn't, she'd try. Like, this is the episodes we don't get to see where she's just bugging all of them.
So yeah, they're all going to pitch in to help this sexy teacher, because he's
of indeterminate age.
Again, we've had the problem on the show where everyone is at a pretty equal level of beauty except Umino.
Yeah.
Like, we know, like, Umino has visual signifiers, so we know he's not hot, but he could be if he took his glasses off. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure if you took Umino's glasses off, you would have those swirlies as his goddamn eyes.
But now we've got, like, just...
Is that true?
I mean, he's just an angular dude in a hoodie. He is drawn in a slightly different style.
I mean, it is a cartoon. We kind of have to take their word for it.
I know.
I just Googled Umino with his glasses off Sailor Moon, and yeah, no.
Why did you do that?
It doesn't happen.
That sounds horrifying.
There's no pictures of that. So
that are like itty bitty little dots. Like, the spirals are there, but they're like so small.
They walk in, and Minako is staring at him, slack-jawed.
I mean,
yeah,
because she's really in love with him. Like, it's true love, I think.
Yeah. You're right, Jordan. This is true love.
This is what it is, man. This is the real miracle romance.
Finally, it's arrived. 154 episodes into the show.
Yeah.
That's almost 2/3, right, Jordan?
Oh, god damn it. That was an accident. Anyway, look, this guy looks even more handsome up close, so I don't know why you're giving her such shit.
He starts talking to Makoto, and Makoto's like, oh, you should grow these different kinds of flowers here. And
wait,
Minako...
No, hold on. And Makoto talks about a thing that I don't remember. Okay, two things I want to say about this.
Oh yeah, this has never been brought up before.
She wants to be a florist when she grows up.
Oh shit! He's a professional cook. Like, what the fuck?
Where did this come from? Hey, if only you knew a guy who knew a ton about horticulture that you could talk to about it at any point.
If only you knew someone who was canonically involved in botanical circles.
I mean, to be fair, he probably only knows how to like genetically engineer very dangerous roses.
I want to draw attention to what happens here, because he's talking to Makoto, and what he does is he's like leaning out the window and talking about how they need to have a garden and the children have to experience nature, and that's what the money's for. And like, I just want you to remember that, because that's going to come up again later.
Yeah. So Minako sees this and decides to shove her very strong friend out of the way.
I think my favorite part about this is that it's kind of like presented like it's a contest in like the preview and like all of that. No. The only person who believes it's a contest is Minako. And as far as I'm concerned, Minako only cares about this guy because she noticed that somebody else is into him. She's like, oh, I can't let them get it. I'm the sailor of love. What the fuck?
Yeah. So in the background, and then like in the foreground, Usagi and Rei are just clutching each other.
You're right. I didn't notice
in
that.
a way that they do not usually.
It's actually something that's like you will notice kind of more and more in the last 2 seasons. Rei and Usagi like are affectionate with each other, which I think might be like either somebody found the director's notes from the first season and are like, oh, we're supposed to be shipping them, or it's like somebody was like, oh, they should they're best friends, right? Because like that comes up a lot more. So I think like this is like an early preview of that happening.
Yeah, it's just weird to see.
It is bizarre.
Again, this is not like you. I mean, in the manga, all the clutching of each other is Minako and Rei. It's firewood. But here, it is not, because Minako is busy telling this dude to put 9 babies in her.
Yeah, that is literally what she says.
Good Lord, Minako, slow your roll. You are 15.
Can I just take a moment to be like, it is pretty admirable that that's her fucking opener.
Let's
that's how she starts on this, dude.
So let's tell it the full version.
Yeah, she goes, hey, you really love kids, don't you? I want about 3, but if you want enough for a baseball team, that's fine by me.
Yeah.
So that's 9 plus I guess, prospects plus the farm team.
That was insane. I could not believe that was real.
Wild. I love it. And that's when, and again, when we were so and I think you too, Jordan, and I think a lot of our guests were very, very frustrated with Minako for so long, because anytime she had a spotlight, it was always something different, like trying to give her a personality. Like, it was like, oh, is she the tragic former superhero? Oh, is she the silly over the top one? And it's like, this, just recently, I think at the end of S, they were like, oh no, Mina's horny. The thirst is real for Minako Aino.
The way I always saw it, and Minako is my favorite Sailor Scout, like 100%. And I think that it's definitely sort of a case of like, I think who Minako is like somebody who is like, she has done the like, oh no, horrible tragic past thing, because that's kind of her deal, with some sort of like weird grenade based romance. I don't really remember the details, but the important part being that like she's seen some shit. She's been doing this longer than everybody else, so she's all like stern and like whatever at the start, and only really is Usagi like around Usagi, the person who is her. And then later on, she gets to be silly and dumb. Like after she gets her like volleyball episode, my favorite episode of the whole show, when the Witches 5 go after her. Like she gets to be dumb and silly and horny and stupid again, because she's like actually did a character. But I mean, that's probably just me reading way into my favorite character.
No, I think that's a valid take. It's weird because Usagi is always 100%. And so, like, Mina's episodes are always about, like, Mina is going into something 100%. When her friends are sick, she shows up in a nurse's outfit.
Yeah, I mean,
like
that
a
is
costume.
No matter what's going on, Minako's, like, primary thing is that it must be done 100%. It's super serious. It's, like, super dramatic. And, I mean, I wonder how much of that is, like, coming over from the comics where she's, like, the leader of the Sailor Scouts. And, like, she has to be the 100% serious on the ball all the time one, because, like, she is literally responsible for them. And in this one, the characterization we get of that is, oh, she's intense.
Yeah, I think the most fun Mina stuff is when they put her in a situation and then it becomes the most of whatever that situation is.
Absolutely.
Like, Minako has a crush on an older guy. So the first thing she does is say, get me pregnant. Number 1, opener.
Oh my god. She is a disaster.
A kid draws on her face and it then is made to apologize.
But hold on. The kid draws on her face while she's literally talking about how much she loves kids, and then it becomes incredibly clear immediately that she cannot fucking stand kids.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, because Minako doesn't care about lying.
No, not at all. To get this guy, she'll say anything. This kid has to apologize, and the kid does not apologize, by the way. The kid goes, I don't think this person likes kids.
Keenly observed.
Yeah, and Minako looks like she's about to hit him.
It's pretty amazing. And Makoto tries to break things up, but of course, Mina's not interested in that.
So we see Zircon flying away, and then we cut back to the Dead Moon Circus, where the Amazonas Quartet are just hanging out.
Yes, four preteen slave Leias are just hanging out. It's so fucking weird.
Like, one of the only pieces of actual animation is when Seri Seri walks away, and it's like, that is way too much hip sway for like an 11-year-old or whatever the fuck you're supposed to be.
Erica, thank you, because I didn't want to be the one who brought that up, but it is bananas.
It was complete. I looked at because I had already noticed, like, okay, there's like no animation in this episode. Like, like Sailor Moon past season 3 gets like a big budget for doing dumb visual gags, and there's nothing in this. Everybody's like traces of one another and stuff. And then this.
Yeah, it's a lot of moving figures around manually on the cell.
So I do want to point out that Zirconia calls him my beloved Zircon, which I was like, wait, is that like, tell me that's like a pet situation and not like a lover situation?
It's like the eye of someone precious to her. I don't know. They're freaky. They're the weird bad guys.
Yeah. Here's the thing I figured out, though. The reason we always see them just hanging out is they're not old enough to hang out at the bar.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the only...
I guess, yeah.
So there's 4 places in the Dead Moon Circus. There's the circus, the tent. There's the room with the Nihilania mirror, which is gold.
Yeah.
There's the bar, and there's the massage parlor. So they're always just hanging out in the massage parlor or the circus.
I love the idea of like carting demon monsters. How does that even work? I am 10 million years old. I have seen I've seen civilizations rise and fall. Yeah, but we check everyone.
Right.
All right.
So this guy is so handsome that the Amazonas Quartet starts fighting over who gets to murder him.
Yes.
Wait,
Which is weird.
fucking 11-year-olds, man. I don't know.
So then Sarah Saras puts them all to sleep by attacking them with opium, I guess.
Magic opium.
Poppies put them to sleep.
Yeah, poppies. Poppies will make them sleep.
Yeah, it's super weird. She comes over with the magic flower. It opens up and the dust comes out. It's a powerful tranquilizing flower from the Amazon. It knocks them all out. They fall over on their faces. Her friends, ostensibly.
Well,
I mean, felon friends,
Your
right?
co-workers.
your co-workers. So from there we cut back to the bazaar where Makoto is just running the show. She's fixing bears. She's cooking. She's doing all the stuff that kids love.
One of the kids is like, it's like having like, a dozen big sisters or something like that.
And then we get a shot of Hanjo, and he is like, again, you want to talk about the animation in this episode. His head is now slightly smaller than it should be. Like, it is no longer the size that it previously was, as we get a weird front shot of him where he's like, having a woman like you would brighten up the entire school.
Yeah, he tells her she should be a kindergarten, a pre-K teacher, that she should teach preschool with him. You know what? She'd be good at it. That would be nice. She'd be lovely.
Yeah, I think so.
Because she does have a lot of skills. Yeah, she'd be great.
She's like Xena.
Right. That honestly though, that's the one thing. Like, just like Xena would be wasted as pre-K because she would not be beating anyone to death. So too would Jupiter be wasted in that way.
Yeah, she's got to find some sort of job where she can just travel the world and do everything.
I mean, it's a good thing that her job is to be an immortal guardian of the planet Earth.
Yeah, absolutely. So achieved.
So Minako sees all this, and she comes in and drags Hanjo over to a room where she has made a wasp's nest?
No, not a wasp.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I do like that we get her motivations when she's looking through the door and she's just like, I can't lose. Like, she doesn't care about him at all. It's just Makoto's getting something.
A little something.
She claims that it's a sweater.
Yeah.
But it does not have armholes.
It is a lumpy brown sweater.
It's a wasp's nest.
Yeah, it 100% looks like one.
Yeah. So then one of the children starts tugging at the threads, and so Minako starts chasing him, which causes an earthquake?
Now, when you say one of the children, it's the same kid from before.
It's the same boy who drew
It's the troublemaker kid.
This little hellion.
It doesn't actually cause an earthquake.
It causes some really poorly drawn chases to happen.
Yeah, it causes some still shots of shit falling over.
Yeah, I mean, I think ostensibly she's knocking everything over, except that, again, it's so badly animated that we just see her doing what looks like a very steady and straightforward, in a straight line run, except apparently it's knocking everything over.
Yeah. Occasionally interspersed with people going like, "Oh no!"
Not only that, but they smash into the plush making station.
The Build-A-Bear workshop.
Yes,
Makoto's repairing someone's stuffed animal.
I don't know.
I think she's building them to be sold.
I think they were making them. Yeah.
Okay. I thought she was repairing it, but I guess they do sell it at the end.
Yeah. So but she smashes into that, and somehow this tears this teddy bear in like 27 places.
Monaco does nothing by half measure.
Like, yeah. I don't know how that could have physically happened, but apparently it did.
Yeah, so this thing's broken. Makoto flips out and she's like, hey, everyone's working really hard on this and you're just fucking around and now you've ruined everything. You are the worst.
And then
please leave.
she breaks up with her. She breaks up with her and ends their romantic relationship that they canonically apparently
Where
had.
are you getting this?
She said, we're through, which you wouldn't say that unless you were, not through before that.
I say that to you like 3 times a show.
And you and I.
I have some fan fiction that...
I think, what is it called? Love Shock. Electric Love.
Are you trying to ship them?
Yeah, Electric Love.
You're very bad at it.
Yeah, that's completely terrible.
Electric Love? What's wrong with that? All right, fine. Do better.
It's very bad.
Then do better.
Chain lightning.
Bam!
Yeah,
Done.
That's
it.
it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Better. Winner.
Holy
Thank you.
shit.
Champion.
Yeah, that does it.
And now it's confirmed that chain lightning is a thing.
Yeah, holy shit.
So Minako goes home and she's laying in bed. She's like, this is stupid. I hate it. I hate everything. I hate Makoto. I know what I'll do. I'll sing. Because if we remember, Minako's dream is to become an idol,
Oh, God.
which is great.
The best part is Artemis being like, no, like, look, you shouldn't compete with Makoto. She does what she does and she's doing it well. You should do what you do and do well. And then Mina goes, I've got an idea. And he's like, it's a bad idea.
You weren't listening.
Here's what should happen. Because what does happen is that Minako shows up in a full-ass weird costume. This is in a minute. I know we're not quite there yet. She's up in a full-ass costume on a stage to sing. What she should do, in the spirit of playing to her strengths, is show up with a volleyball and fucking Space Jam on those kids.
Terrible.
I think the only problem with that is that, like, I'm fairly sure that would end with her getting hit with a volleyball thrown by, like, Makoto, and that would be the last we see of Minako. That's just her last episode. We see her getting wheeled off, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that's." Well, we
You
should
think
have seen that
Mako
coming.
could beat Mina at volleyball?
Oh no, wouldn't beat her at volleyball. Would just destroy her physically with the projectile
Okay, I
object.
gotcha. But couldn't she jump out of the way with her acrobatics? I guess then by that logic, she shouldn't fall over so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they're only really acrobatic when they're Sailor Scouts.
I just really want to see her just like spiking a ball on this kid.
That would be
Like-
delightful.
Because she says, like, oh, it's all the fault of that kid. So why don't you just show up and say, like, hey, kid, let's take it to the court and then humiliate this child in front of all his friends?
I do now. I have the image of a pickup basketball game, which I think is even better because it would basically be the Harlem Globetrotters, but with a tiny Japanese girl and an even tinier baby.
If this show goes another 46 episodes and we never get a shot of Makoto jumping up and shattering the glass of a backboard with a slam dunk,
Not going to happen. It's not going to
then
happen.
we have wasted the past 3 years.
So, Chris, I think it's time for you to do a little impromptu fashion corner.
Oh, do you want to talk about Sarah's outfit?
I think it should be done.
Oof, buddy.
Yep.
It is a hell of a thing. Are we going bottom to top? Because we get a pan up.
Yeah.
on
So
this.
Sarah dries up. Apparently, she forces other circus workers to be her chauffeurs.
Yeah, she rolls up in a limo.
In a limo, they have to roll out a red carpet for her, and she steps out of the back of the limo.
When I first thought, I was
Wearing-
like, "Wow, Minako like really pulled out the stuff."
Yeah, because you think it's going to be Minako. Because she goes like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Like, and she grabs her microphone. She's like, I'm going to be an idol. I'm going to sing. And then the next thing we get is someone arriving, but it is not Mina. So we've got
Okay, start at the feet then, I guess.
white ankle boots with fur trim, like a big fur
Poofy for
pom-pom
absolutely.
trim. We have a strapless mini dress
Yeah.
that's yellow on top, and then the skirt is orange and trimmed with yellow in like a wavy pattern.
No, I think you're mistaken. I think it is yellow from top to bottom and then has a pink sheer.
Oh, and then it's got the pink sheer thing over it.
Yes,
Okay.
that
Yes,
makes
I
it
can
look
see
orange.
that now. which is belted with a big green bow.
Oh, and you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm also just noticing she also has a pink poofy sheer thing up top.
Yes, she's wearing like, I do not know how this works. There's multiple layers that I don't quite get.
A ton of layers. The sheer
So
the
she's
sheer
got this-
pink stuff goes in and out. It's like under the top part, but it's over the bottom part.
Yeah. And then of course she has her hair, which is geometric, I guess, is like, because she's got like,
The thing about her hair is it's got two big circles in it, and then it's got two things that are kind of like Usagi's ponytails, but if they were 100% starched, like,
yeah, they're sticks.
they act like sticks, even though they are drawn to have hair texture lines on them.
I don't know what happened to like the hair in this show when it went from like, this is crazy anime hair that people could have, I guess, like if you put some work into, like, this person's hair is an abstract art installation that isn't just placed upon their skull.
So then she's got elbow length gloves with like white gloves with similar like pom pom fur
just
trim.
like the shoes. Yeah.
Then capping it all off, we have a 5-tier leaning hat, like pale green, with are the bows part of the hat?
I think it's just one. I can't tell. I think it's just one giant bow at the back, but it's at the back on the underside, which is unusual.
Yeah. And then she's got a giant rose on top of the hat that is larger than her head.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It is
good thing
bananas.
Good thing Darian's not there. He would have been like, "Oh my god. How did that happen? I want it."
I could fuck somebody up with this thing.
It's a nuclear option.
The next time they're fighting like a sexy bicycle monster or whatever, and all of a sudden like that thing just comes in like a cannonball. It's like, now Sailor Moon.
Yeah, I love the idea that Tuxedo Mask has like a tree-sized rose, like in a glass case, like he's Beauty and the Beast. Like, got to turn 2 keys and get authorization.
This costume is fully bonkers, I think.
They left the interns alone at the fashion drawing table.
Yeah. So anyway, her arrival leads us into our act break.
No, that's not.
It's that forever.
No,
it's that forever.
God damn it!
No,
that's just what it is now.
Oh man, well I guess I'm not re-listening to this show.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna catch up.
People are gonna.
There's no Evanescence orb in this one.
A what orb?
Oh fuck!
I
can't say it because we're.
No, I didn't hear you. You dropped out for a second.
Oh,
the connection's bad. What did you say?
I'm not doing it.
Come on,
Chris.
tell me what kind of orb
what do you
it
say
is.
to your coffee in the morning? Why is your coffee coming in the air?
No!
People throw coffee in your face? I mean, I can't blame them.
I can do this all day. Dude.
Hey, Chris, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How can our listeners support our podcast?
Our listeners can support our podcast by going to patreon.com/sailorbusiness, where they can chip in as little as $1 every month and as much as you would like on a recurring monthly basis to help us keep doing the show. Or should we reach $60,000 a month, stop doing the show. We will be free of this.
And let me just put out a public service announcement, because I'm sure what's happening is people are going, oh, whoa. They're probably getting close to 60,000. I better not donate anymore.
No, we are over $59,000.
Yeah, no worries. You could still throw in some money, and we're not going to stop anytime soon. Don't worry.
Yeah. But you can go there, and if you do back us, there are benefits to that. We do outtakes of the show that are always like goofy and fun that Jake saves, that he clips out. Allie is going to eventually have one of those for Xenobiz too, which should be really fun. We have, at higher levels, you can get an enamel pin. We currently have the Tennis Ball Sailor Moon, and some new designs are coming. In fact, we should probably have the designs by the time you hear this. but they will be in production soon. And, a lot of other fun stuff that we have on there.
Fun stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I like fun stuff.
Who doesn't?
And I do actually have a new patron to thank. So we would like to thank our newest backer, Steven.
Steven, thank you.
Oh, you got a song?
Yeah.
Jord,
Yeah?
would you like to do some Twitter questions? I know you enjoy this part where we interact with listeners.
Of course.
I'm a bit aloof.
Oh, it's fun. I have a great question.
I play hard to get to the listeners.
Well, you're going to love this question that Wicked Lady asked us.
Oh, boy.
Wicked Lady wants to know, Jordan and Chris, and you know what? I'll open it to Erica, even though Wicked Lady did not. If you had to cosplay in one of the many glorious forms of Mamoru Chiba / Tuxedo Mask / Endymion, etc., which version of him would you dress as?
Oh, shoot.
I'm really tempted to say the incense spiral.
That's exactly what I said. That I literally
I think it would have to be the Earth shirt now. I love the Earth
shirt. Just thinking Earth shirt. It's got to be Earth shirt.
I actually had a picture of the spiral on ready to go because I was going to say that one. The only thing about it is he rolls up his dumb sleeves. It looks so stupid.
Oh, it looks so dumb.
Hey, I got some bad news for you, buddy.
Yeah, There's no not
They're all going to look stupid.
I'm surprised you're not going to dress as the Moonlight Knight.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good on that one. Maybe I would do the first episode. Maybe I would do the first episode one where he's wearing a full-on tuxedo and then giant 90s shades.
Oh my god.
Walking down the street.
Yep. You're not going to wear the purple tux?
Ooh, no, you know what I would do?
What?
The jogging outfit where he's wearing 2 shirts with the sleeves rolled up.
Oh.
He's wearing a t-shirt with the sleeves rolled up under a tank top with a towel rolled up and under his neck.
Let me see. Mamoru bad look. I'm going to see what that brings up.
Mamoru any look.
Oh, it's going across multiple animes.
Yeah, there's a lot of crystal in here too.
I mean, honestly. Oh wow, yeah. There's the Earth shirt and the spiral and his traditional black turtleneck green jacket, all next to each other. I mean, that black turtleneck green jacket is pretty iconic.
Yeah, it's that's close to normal as he gets as well.
I mean, it's not. We're just used to it.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's bad.
All right.
I want the Earth shirt, I think, or the jogging outfit.
I mean, the Earth shirt is so bright. It's like a very bright lime green shirt.
Yes,
it's cosplay.
Yeah, no,
you want people to notice.
Okay, all right, well, that's fair. Do you think anyone would get that?
Probably. I mean, it's a well-known show.
The people who matter.
Yeah, that's true.
I hear there are some podcasts about it that have been around for 3 years.
Let's see what else we got. Hey, Paul in Barbersville asks, is the real reason why Ami gets a new interest every Spotlight episode is that she's actually loading up on extracurricular activities for her college application? That's a real good no prize you got there.
Are boys an extracurricular activity?
He didn't say boys. He didn't say new love interest. He said a new interest.
Oh, a new interest. Yeah, okay, that actually does make sense.
If so, yeah, Makoto's getting in.
No, I thought you said love interest. And
I hope I didn't.
You probably didn't.
No, you just said interest.
Okay.
Look, it's late.
It's.
I feel like maybe something should come along and wake me up.
Fuck.
Where in you should it wake you up?
I don't know. Let me think about it for a minute, and then I'll figure it out and let you know at a completely unexpected time.
Oh,
no.
It could be now. It could be 15 minutes from now. But it might happen. You never know.
This is just going to hang over us. I can feel it coming.
In the air tonight?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm laughing too hard to hit the button.
It's good.
Next question, please, Jordan.
If the Senshi were Monopoly tokens, who would be which token?
That's a crossover.
It is not a crossover. Fine. If the Senshi were to play Monopoly, which tokens would each of them choose?
I do not answer questions related to Monopoly. It's a bad game.
It is a terrible game, and I could say that with professional conviction. But obviously, Makoto Thimble, Asagi Little Dog,
Yes, definitely.
Ray would be the ship.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. The car would have to be Minako.
Oh yeah, she'd be God driving.
Should be God
And
driving, yeah.
yeah, I guess Top Hat for Amy to keep her big brain in.
Oh wow, that actually makes me think maybe Usagi would take the top hat just because, you know.
Oh no, Itagi would see the little dog, go, oh my god, a little dog, fight with Minako over it. Minako would agree to lose when she notices that there's the better one in the car, which represents all of her dreams, and then Amy would pick last and end up with the top hat because she doesn't want to rock the boat.
Wasn't there also like a cannon, like some sort of artillery thing?
I think so, but Monopoly's bad, so who cares?
Sorry, Chris. Chris, I think you must have fallen asleep from our conversation.
No, what's that? No, I just left for a second.
Oh, see, I was trying to set you up, but it didn't work, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it didn't. Don't try and make it happen.
Okay.
No man knows the hour or the time. The day of evanescence cometh as a thief in the night, Jordan.
What? So here's a crossover question for you. Ron wants to know what
I
color
have banned them.
What color lantern each of the scouts would be in the Green Lanterns.
First of all, crossovers are banned. Second of all, that's a question that we would have gotten like 4 years ago. We are past. Oh, what color lantern are you? We're past it.
Oh,
there's different color lanterns.
Banned.
Yeah, there is.
Banned.
There is.
Huh.
One more question, Jordan.
All right, I'm working on it. I'm trying. All right, wait. David Pendris wants to know: has this season changed your view of horses?
No, because I think if you really look at horses, they're a little troubling to begin with.
Oh,
they are.
Why are you so anti-horse?
I mean, just look at them.
Yeah, I can't really disagree. Horses are weird.
Yeah.
Have you ever
They're
seen
very
like
large.
what a horse's bones in their legs correspond to in the human body? It's not okay.
No, I never have.
Because they are walking on their tippy toes. Their hoof bit is a finger.
Oh, interesting. Aren't you a fan of Xena's horse, Chris?
Talking about Argo?
Yeah.
Argo's great.
He's one of the good ones?
She's
one of the good ones?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, turns out no, because Chris always hated horses.
I don't hate them, but I find them troubling.
Well, you're going to find this horse like real troubling in a few episodes. Oh my god.
All right, that's enough of that.
Hey! Love it.
All right, so we're back.
Are we?
We're back, and I left the episode playing, so it's running. It's showing me the closing credits now.
Well, here, let me help you out. When we come back, Makoto is making an how do you call it? Okonomiyaki? Is that it? Okonomi, something like that. One of their it's like a pancake type situation, but they make like very different ones.
Yeah, she's cooking on the flat grill.
Yeah, and it looks like it has an egg and bacon in it, which I was like, that looks pretty interesting. But what happens though is she's cooking with a crazed look on her face.
She's cooking with anger.
She is.
She's using the dart cooking techniques.
Because the girls are talking about the fact that Mina has not shown up, and they're worried about her, and they're like, "Oh my god, why is she not coming?" And Makoto's like, "Who gives a fuck?"
No, that's not what happened.
No, she says forget about her, which is basically who gives a fuck.
Well, yeah. So Usagi's like, wow, you're still mad at Minako. And Miko's like, I'm not mad. And then Usagi's like, are you sure you're not mad about how she messed up the festival and ruined that stuffed animal and was generally terrible? And every time she says something, Makoto gets angrier and ends up like bending this metal spatula with her strength.
Yeah, it's pretty furious.
Yeah.
And Ami realizes that Mina is not the type to back down. And that's when Mina's presentation begins.
Oh, good lord.
So we get a stage. A stage has been built, apparently without anyone knowing, complete with a banner announcing pop music's biggest new idol, Minako Aino, recital and autograph session. There is an audience of 5 tiny children.
And then Mina runs out on stage. Time for Fashion Corner.
Ooh,
Oh, God.
boy. So her performance outfit is... I couldn't figure out the theme.
I think she's supposed to be an alien.
She looks like an Alan and Anne dressed up as aliens alien.
Yes, because she's got... It's actually like pretty cute. It's like a teal kind of like super like poofy mini dress situation where just at the waist it just comes out. And you can see like the...
Yeah, there's petticoats galore.
Yeah,
petticoats, and she's got boots on, but then she's got weird like spaceman rings on her gloves. She's wearing like these really long opera gloves, and then she's got like weird rings on those and her shoulders. She looks like she's, you know how people will draw like game consoles as girls.
Yeah, no, that's correct.
She also has like antennas, doesn't she?
Yeah, she looks like that, but I don't know. Like maybe it's like how people draw. What was they sometimes draw Pokemon as girls too? Like she's kind of Butterfree. Like if Butterfree was
my
an idol,
God,
right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm not wrong. It's weird, but I'm not wrong.
I'm googling that. Yeah, okay, I can see it.
This is Minako Aino on stage. The children are unimpressed.
And they make sure to have lollipops so they don't have to animate their mouths.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're all bad mouthing her. They're saying if I've never seen her on TV, so obviously she's not good enough. She must not be popular. Now, but hold on, I wanna.
You want to talk about the song?
Well, yeah, because it's well, you first.
No, that's what I want to talk about. Yeah.
So, but here's the part that I don't get. On Wikimoon, it says she sings a song called Root Venus, and that in some of the translations, they changed it to Moonlight Densetsu.
Yeah, but
It's just Moonlight Densetsu.
It's just Moonlight Densetsu here.
Yeah.
Which I think is unless they changed it for Hulu, which I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm so confused. Also, she doesn't actually sing, right?
Yeah, she never gets to sing.
Huh, that's weird. Because in the version I have, it is not that.
Really?
Wait, it's not Moonlight Densetsu?
No. It's like some generic ass poppy shit.
Well, then
maybe that's Root Venus.
Yeah, it must have been a rights issue.
Yeah, the one that's on Hulu, which is the new Viz dub, which I would love to watch this episode with the new Viz dub, by the way, because the new Sailor Venus voice actress is delightful. And I would love to hear her in this.
Hang on, Erica. In the version you've got, does Venus actually sing?
Now that I'm thinking about it, was that just the opening pop song she plays on the thing? I am taking.
Oh, that could be the case. Oh, you know what? No, that's what it is. There is a song playing, isn't there, at the beginning when she's coming up? That must be what they're talking about.
Yeah, she's playing something on a tape player.
Okay, all right.
And Let's see. Vocals. There are vocals playing. I think those are meant to be her singing.
Yeah, but it's not her.
I don't know. That I don't know.
Yeah, so there is a different pop song. Well, this is going to be, again, great content.
Yeah, 100%
love
audio.
Hearing us figure things out.
This is like the Sailor Business Mystery Hour.
Yeah.
The mystery is: did we watch this episode?
We did.
Are we experiencing this show for the very first time right now?
No, that happened one time. Just once.
I feel like I'm still experiencing this episode for the first time. I have watched this show 3 times end to end, and I did not remember a goddamn iota of it.
I feel like I'll never stop watching this episode. So yeah, she does start Moonlight Densetsu, which, for those of you who don't know, is the theme song to the show Sailor Moon.
Yes.
Which is also in a music box?
Yes.
It canonically exists in Sailor Moon as the song. It's the one written by the jazz guy, right?
That's our no prize. That's not a real. That's our fan theory.
Okay, because when they do the talent show in the first season,
right?
It
plays.
Yeah, well, it's Usagi. Is it Usagi or is it Umino
Usagi and I think
it's
both.
Usagi and Naru, right?
Yeah,
they're gonna sing it.
I think both. I think they do, and then I think Naru, when Naru ditches her, she goes with Umino.
Yeah. Minako starts to sob and says, "These children don't understand my charm." And then she runs off dramatically with the big sparkly tears in the air at her eye level, which is great.
She's my favorite character.
Because all these children are just furiously going at these lollipops so that we do not have to see their mouths moving.
Artemis sees this happen, and Artemis is like, well, I got to take care of this, I guess. Makoto, come with me, let's do this. And Makoto's like, what? And he's like, just fucking do it. And she does.
I love that.
I do like that Artemis in this episode is acting like someone who cares about Mina instead of like his usual action, which is like, you're an idiot. You're going to get fat. Now he's like, oh, Jesus. Can we, children, talk to each other? Children, you are friends. Stop acting like assholes.
So they have a shot that like pans across or cuts to the merchandise on sale. So wait, what's the deal? Are people donating stuff? Because there's a weird assortment of stuff here on sale.
It's like a church rummage sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's like clothes all nicely folded. There's silverware being sold. There's watches, jewelry, and then again more stuffed animals.
Maybe this is like an Oliver Twist style preschool.
Yes, he has trained them as pickpockets, and these are the spoils.
Perfect.
Parallel narrative going on.
So this part is fun. Sarah just walks up and is just like, look at all this fucking shit they're selling.
Look,
it's cheap garbage.
You're not wrong. That's pretty much what she's saying.
And
then she's like, this is cheap ass bullshit. And Hanjo, like, this happens in a minute, but Hanjo's gonna be like, cheap? Yeah, I guess so. You got me on that one.
Yeah, because so he comes up and he gives her a balloon and they start talking. Cut to under the bridge downtown.
Dramatic. The most dramatic place for Minako to be right now.
Yeah, that's where she's gone to sulk. Yeah, exactly.
Why is she sulking?
Because she failed again.
No, it's because her dreams are 1.6 billion light years away.
That is accurate.
I'm sorry, 1.68 billion light years away.
Yeah, you're right.
Very specific.
I'm just going to really quick Google that and see if there's anything there.
Yes, please do. What is she dreaming of?
Yeah, I have no idea. It doesn't.
Nothing comes up. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
So
I think she just said it
because she bees really shitty. Wow. Well, that's what I've said. Sorry, that's where we are. She bees really shitty to Makoto. I think because she's like, Makoto, you're lucky. All your dreams are like real fucking easy. Yeah, all your dreams are so fucking pedestrian and like easy to achieve and shit. And mine are like
so
fucking
funny because she's like, yeah, I'm just really jealous of you because you don't have to work hard on anything. And I have to struggle so much. It's like I need to struggle for 1.6 billion light years. And meanwhile, you're just like in arm's reach of your stupid dreams that don't matter. It's so funny.
I kind of want just that panel of Batman slapping that whoever it was, like, my parents are dead. Like, Makoto should have just done that.
His name is Robin.
That's the guy.
Quite famous character.
Yeah, the bird guy.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted that to occur in that moment.
It's pretty sad. I mean, because yes, she's right in the sense that the odds of her becoming a pop star are far lower than Makoto's odds of becoming a florist, even though she's never mentioned that before.
Makoto's dreams, according to this episode, are to become a florist and wife. Which I'm gonna if I was Mina, I'd be like, yeah, that actually is easier to become than a pop star. I'm sorry, all you need is a small business grant and a nice relationship.
Right, but on the other hand, you could turn that around and go, or your dreams are dumb, Mina. Get less fantastical dreams.
I mean, they are superheroes, and they're going to live forever. Like, she can truck on this one for a while.
She's going to force everyone to go to her concerts. I understand.
Yeah.
Look, she will be an idol by 2003.
What's 2003?
True.
That's when Pretty Guardian comes out.
And she is an idol in that.
While they're having that argument, we cut back to the school where it turns out Mr. Principal has a routine that he does. Because he's literally leaning out the same window, doing the same. Yeah, I just want to give the kids a garden, you know.
Oh my god, he fucking rehearses that. That's his way of getting investors.
They gotta get close to nature. And
it's a dream that all the children share, and I want to nurture that dream, no matter how tiny it might be. And Sarah just goes, "Fuck your dream! I'm gonna make it a nightmare."
Yes,
which is awesome.
Your dream is dumb. Your fare is tiny.
Yes, it's great
directly to hell.
She just is so casual about just being like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna be shitty." Oh, that's your dream? That's really pathetic. And you're a lame person, and your whole school is lame.
And she would get along great with Minako.
Then she pulls the balloon in front of her face and pops it, and when it pops, she's in her costume, which is a pretty dope transformation.
It's entirely camera-based, but yes, it is.
Oh yeah, no, it's bad. It's the one example in this episode of the genuinely terrible animation. Sorry, Shigetaka Kiyoyama, like actually working in the show's favor. So then she's like, "Hey, you want a garden? Here's a garden for you." And she throws some seeds that instantly grow. Well, I say instantly. It's more like through a series of still pictures. And yes, I know that animation is a series of still pictures. Usually you cannot see the distinct still pictures.
It's a series of, like, pictures gradiating between one another. Crossfade, that's the word.
And would you say those seeds grow into a nightmare garden?
You know, sure. I think we can give them that one.
In a show that has had a lot of bad gardens, like, this one's all right.
I think we can give our good friend Cloverton Way.
Wow.
That much.
Changed his name.
Yeah. Mix him up a little bit.
Oh, all right.
This is the part that tripped me out, because it's perfectly logical for this small child to go and find an adult when something terrible is happening.
Yeah, but
except that, he goes and finds the idol he was just making fun of and the woman who was making pancakes.
Who are, like, in space or whatever. Like a million miles away. 1.68 billion light years away from the school.
The way he says it, the way he runs up and says it, it doesn't seem like, oh, thank God I found someone. It seems like he was trying to find them.
Thank God my locator device worked.
It seems like he was trying to find the sailor Senshi.
Sure.
Because he's like, "You guys gotta come quick. Something terrible's happening at the school." Wink.
Oh, boy.
Go to work, Clark. So meanwhile, back at the Nightmare Garden, Sarah is bouncing the billiard ball off the giant vines. Then the mirror comes out. It's gold this time. We're done.
No.
Yeah.
We can all go to sleep.
The ball is gold. You're right.
We'll wake up as it.
The mirror is pink.
The mirror is pink. Yes. And Sarah is so mad that she snaps her cue stick in half. And then, Explain this shit. I'm going to say this is the first of two scenes in this episode that feel like they should be metaphorical, but aren't. We get a giant pink flower blooming to reveal the sailor Senshi.
How the fuck?
Yeah.
So they transformed. They transformed, and then they were like, "Let's go fight." Wait. We got to make an entrance. What do we want to do? I mean, guys, I don't know if this is going to work, but can we get inside? That flower hasn't bloomed yet, but it's close.
Yeah, it feels like it's going to bloom probably in about 8 seconds.
Oh, we can get in there. Just stand on a tall thing. It works for the outer Senshi.
Oh, Jesus. So, yes, they somehow bloom a giant flower and sprout out of it and tell her that they're going to punish her. And then she thanks them for introducing themselves.
Yeah, I mean, who's polite?
Yeah, I kind of like Sarah.
No, she's awesome.
This is one of the few examples of villains being shitty to each other that manages to make complete logical sense by the end of the episode for a certain value of logic.
I hope that she stays the like casually hateful. Like that's what I like about her, is the fact that, again, that she was just like, "Oh, well, okay. I mean, it's garbage for garbage people like you, so sure."
Yeah. So we get Ms. Jara, the dream-eating tulip, who also blooms from a flower.
And who appears for like 3 seconds in this episode. This is like the least monster screen time ever.
Yeah.
Explain this monster, please.
Well, she's a tulip who's also a slot machine?
Who gives you little black balls?
That become or attract a Venus flytrap.
Yeah, yes. What? What the fuck is going on?
This is, again, the interns were loose in the design room for this one.
Yeah, we are in the realm of the completely abstract at this point, because a giant Venus flytrap shows up. This is the second scene that looks like a metaphor, but I don't think it is. And tries to eat the Senshi, who are now like weird chibi Senshi, but I don't think they're supposed to be.
No.
Like, they're definitely drawn as like almost little chibi drawings.
No, it's just them being cute.
Yeah, but they're not quite, and no one else in this part of the episode is.
It's also weird forced perspective that they're doing with them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, they'll get better at that, but right now, yeah, that was... Well, I mean, they were trying to do it they were trying to do something stylized on a budget of, like, 10 cents, so...
Yeah.
Then I want to say that Mina and Mako make a dumbass rookie mistake. Because look at it from their point of view. A kid runs up and says, you got to get to the school. Some fucked up shit is going down. They run up to the school, see it overgrown with plants.
Like, wow, that is a wild thing for a 4-year-old to say.
He must mean it. Let's go check it out. So they run up.
Asshole.
Consider the 4-year-old, though. This 4-year-old
Troublemaker.
Yeah, pretty messed up.
So they run up to the school. They see the entire preschool enveloped in vines, and they go, let's go in. They should have transformed first.
Yeah.
Yes. They absolutely should have. Instead, they run in and they try to transform, and they get their transformation wands knocked out of their hands, which this is the first time I've considered that as an option.
Just slap it out of there.
And not only that, they just transform in front of the villain, the thing that they've been avoiding doing because it would give away their identity the whole show.
Oh yeah, they have already transformed in front of the Amazonas Quartet twice.
But then
yesterday,
but don't forget, last week they specifically had the two Usagis go outside the door to transform, even though it was a total waste of time to do so.
Well, that would have required like animating a running shot.
Could someone just have walked up and like taken the transformation wands this entire time? Could you just like jostle them when they're getting ready to transform?
Moon Prison. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't see why not.
I mean, I do remember all those episodes when Usagi just had the moonstick in her backpack.
Well, but like, again, that came and went too.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see an episode where it's just Naru like accidentally gets her hands on it and becomes Sailor Naru for like an episode. Sailor Osaka.
Would have been great. So the monster eats the mirror while those girls are all tied up.
Minako and Makoto are vined up, and then the other 3 members of the Amazonas Quartet show up, and they're like, hey, asshole. You put us to sleep so that you could come out and have all the fun. That was a jerk move. And Sarah's like, I guess it was.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, I guess you got me. I'm a real asshole.
So then Artemis runs up, and he goes, guys, it's a spotlight episode on you. Like, you have new powers.
Yeah, you should have some new powers. Because we only got like 46 episodes left, so you probably have some new powers.
There's absolutely no reason for him to think this. Or if he did think this, because his actual stated excuse is, hey, the other scouts got him. That means you probably do too.
He literally says both of you should have latent new powers, just as Mercury and Mars did. Is he watching the fucking show?
Well, and not to mention, why is he waiting till now? If he literally is sitting there going, if one of or two of them have them, they probably all do. Fucking say that shit earlier.
Yeah. Like, establish this. This is basic. Say it on page 3.
This is your job as the little advisor dude.
Yeah.
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 Where's Luna?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it Luna's day to watch?
Yeah, she's babysitting. She's kitten sitting.
Is Artemis like a deadbeat dad? Does he only show up like every other weekend?
He is in love
100% yes.
He is in love with a nun. No, he's not. It was a trick. Anyway, he does do an amazing toss where he grabs the transformation sticks in his mouth and then throws them up to the girls, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. So then we get the transformation sequences, and sometimes I don't pay attention to transformation sequences, or I just skip ahead a little bit because, we've seen them 100 times. But this time I watched them as I was watching the episode, and it is weird because obviously they spend money on the transformation sequences because you're going to see them over and over and over. And it is bananas how different the animation is from the rest of the episode.
Oh my God.
like both stylistically and quality wise, it's jarring how different the transformations are.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I have a vague recollection of someone telling us that they actually redid the animations for the movies at one point. So the animations for the transformations are like literally higher quality than the TV show.
Yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense looking at this one because it looks a lot like the regular transformation, but she's like it's slightly different. You still do see Makoto's entire ass.
Yes,
Yep.
that is accurate.
Also, Makoto gets like regular transformation music, but Minako gets the Sailor Venus.
No, it's a new Sailor Venus song. They do say Sailor Venus, but it's not the one that goes Sailor Venus. It's a different one. I think they both got new transformation songs, but only one of them mentions who it is.
I mean, it's the one with the gigantic ego gets her name said.
Yes.
So yeah, we get them transforming as the villains are distracted, yelling at each other, and then we get their awesome new catchphrase: "We'll give you all you can handle."
Yeah, that's terrible.
Which is a very bad catchphrase. I don't know if that's better in Japanese. Probably is.
No, I mean, that sounds like, oh, okay, good. I'm glad we'll be able to handle it.
Yeah. Okay, exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah. Thanks.
Perfect.
Consider it.
So, hey, where'd all the money for this episode go?
I guess it just. You know what? They probably made a garden.
No, it went into the 3 seconds of Venus's new attack.
It's pretty
it's
gorgeous.
So cool.
And it's got a great name.
It's my favorite attack in the whole series. It's so goddamn cool.
Oh, well then please take us through it, Erica.
We get like a cool shot of her, like, basically she blows a kiss and then it becomes a metal heart that she throws at you as a weapon, which is so goddamn cool. Like,
and it's called Love and Beauty Shock.
It's so good.
I've just been like rewinding 10 seconds to watch this attack animation over and over because it's really fucking great.
She gets all the best attacks. She has a laser beam and a chain whip, and she throws a heart at you that murders you. Everybody else is like slacking. That's all I'm saying.
Because she literally winks, blows a kiss, and you think it is a like cartoony effect that this heart comes out. No, that shit's real.
She grabs it.
She's about to batarang you with it. It's great.
So now here's the thing. I like the name Love and Beauty Shock a lot. It both is on theme, makes sense, and also sounds a little bit like an attack too. Perfect. I'm sure the next one is going to make just as much sense.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a definite name for an attack, which is Oak Evolution. Which is not as good.
Why? Why would you name it Oak Evolution?
And there's no lightning involved.
No.
Yeah.
She's the only one with like a weird thing. She has like a little antenna to make the lightning happen, and they throw it away so she can spin in a circle. They didn't spend all the money on the new attack. They just spent it on Monaco's.
She does a like figure skating spin, which shoots leaves out, but the leaves are explosions.
And it's a figure skating spin with like 4 frames of spin.
Yeah.
It's not even like graceful or anything.
Oak. What the fuck is Oak Evolution, guys?
I mean, you guys haven't hit like the true what the fuck yet, but like this is, as attack names go, this is like up there in the terribleness.
So wait, hold on. So I'm looking this up on Wikimoon. In the manga, this attack first appeared in Act 42. Sailor Jupiter uses it to kill Hawkeye. Well, to destroy Hawkeye, but AKA. But then it says the attack was performed with the leaves of oak, which is a thing I can click on. It is an item that gave her this ability. So at least it makes a little more sense there, because there's an item that has to do with oak that gives it to her. Whereas in this, it's just like, I don't know, the lightning girl has an oak power now.
She's tall and green.
Sure she is.
Well, it's also her name. Doesn't her name mean... Yeah, Kino means forest.
Okay, sure.
Oh, yeah. Well,
her name is like the strength of the forest.
All right. Well, her oak evolved, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, that oak is really evolving into leaves that explode. What if that's the next step for trees?
Explosive leaves? Sure.
Yeah, just we all wake up one day and we're like, hey, good news, everybody, trees explode now.
It's the happening.
Yep, it's happening too. In fact, yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's 2018. Trees are exploding now. So now Sailor Moon, we get Twinkle Yell, Moon
Now
Gorgeous
Chibi
Meditation, and that is that. It is a reset, stage out.
Hold on, wait, what? Hold on, I have to get faster. Yes, the monster gets killed. Are you shocked? No. Okay,
I
great.
love that you had to take a minute to catch up to be assured that the monster got killed.
The monster
No. I
barely
just
see.
that's just when I got there. So all four of the quartet zip away on their evanescence orbs, and then we cut to later in the.
It's not even fun when you do it.
Oh, okay. So the bazaar is continuing again. I guess he just was like, hey everybody, sorry about the nightmare garden that grew really quick. It's gone now, so we're going to continue where we left off. Just come back to your booths whenever you have a chance. Okay,
At this point, if you're not used to this shit in Tokyo, like, you've probably moved.
Makoto is working the plush sale where there is a plush Gamera.
Is there?
Which, oh yeah, take a look.
Yeah. Wow.
And Mina comes up going, hey, I fixed the teddy bear, and the teddy bear is all sewn up with like big stitches, like Jigsaw from Marvel Comics.
Yeah, it actually looks terrifying.
like a Bride of Chucky situation. And then when she hands it over, the reveal is that she has bandages all over her hands because apparently in doing this she destroyed her hands multiple times.
Oh my god!
But it was an act of peace, and Makoto accepts her, and then the little boy says, "I want that one. Give me it. I'm buying it." And then he goes, "Just get the money from my dad." Wait a minute. What? From who?
You have a father? I thought you were like an orphan. I thought you were being raised here to pickpocket.
Well, he is, but only because his father is the principal. What? Startling reveal.
Yeah, and then Chibius is like, I never said he was single. And this is so shocking that Minako and Makoto turn into cubists.
Yes, it is true.
You mean like they paint a cubist picture?
No, I mean
their faces are
into a cubist picture.
Picasso pictures. Yes, it's accurate.
And that is the end of the episode. Then they yell at the child who doesn't know that the toy is supposed to be a bear.
What does he say it is?
It's a blowfish. Like, what the?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So that's it for this episode. It's like, Erica, I'm sorry that you had to get probably not the worst Minako spotlight we've ever seen in terms of like the character of Mina.
No, definitely
but
not.
A very bad episode.
Sailor V episode is way worse.
Yeah, the Sailor V episode is terrible. But like, yeah, this is not good. It's definitely like in character for her to be that extra, but like, yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. It's time for us to talk about what we learned from this episode. It's time for Sailor Business Says, and we will start with you. Erica, what did you learn from this episode?
So I learned how to flirt with men. Just got to go right up to them and tell them how many babies you would like to have with them.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah,
Works out real well for Mina.
Yeah.
Absolutely true. I learned that being a florist is really easy. All you lazy florists out there. It's nothing like trying to become a famous person. It's way harder to become a famous person. And more stressful too, probably. How about you?
I learned that sometimes your name can be in the title of the show, and you're not really in it.
She's in it.
Barely.
She's present.
Barely.
She oak evolves.
No, she doesn't.
It?
So yeah, this might be the worst looking episode of Sailor Moon we have seen in quite some time.
Since season 2.
Yeah, it is. The animation in this one was bad. And again, I'm not faulting the animators on this, because I think it is a matter of they did not have the budget for this one, because it's all like shortcuts. It's all like things that are just drawn once and then literally moved around.
I think what makes it worse is the fact that like the writers of Sailor Moon knew what their budget was. So like they set up a lot of like, dramatic confrontations where people didn't have to move very much, or like, whatever. They've been used to really frenetic, like, physical comedy for like a season and a half now. So like they still try to do that with no budget.
Yeah. And it's really jarring to see, like, when the transformation sequences happen, and then when we get Love and Beauty Shock, how dramatically different it is, which carries through to seeing Moon Gorgeous Meditation, which, as I've said before, is, in terms of the way it looks, probably one of my favorite attacks on the show.
Coolest.
Yeah. It's Dead Scream is still probably number one because it's the shit.
It's just a cool name, man.
No, the way it does the quick zoom and then the pull back out, oh, that's awesome.
I still think Heart Attack is better.
Heart Attack rules, and I love the implication we get at the...
No Pink Sugar Heart Attack!
Because Pink Sugar Heart Attack is great.
It's
adorable, but that's not what I meant.
I do love the implication we get at the end of season 3 that the 30-foot heart is not metaphorical. Like an actual 30-foot pink heart, like, appears.
I think it's fully real.
Yeah. Destroys a freeway. Like, it's it's amazing.
Well, it was fine. This was a fine episode.
It was an episode.
Like that there's... Here's the thing about this episode. Mina's good. Mina is funny, and Mina is, like, on brand. Nothing else is good. Makoto's out of character. Rei and Usagi spend most of the episode just hugging in the background. Like, it's so weird and doesn't make sense. Like, Minako's good and Sarah is good.
Fact.
Yeah. So I guess that's it for Sailor Moon episode 154. Sorry to be a downer, everybody. But Erica, before we get out of here, can you tell everyone where they can find you online, should you